Hey y'all, so something really does not want me to get this message out. I've been having all kinds of complications and things that are interfering with the message. We're going to attempt this message again. Now, I already pulled cards on this. I tried to record this reading 3 other times. The same cards were coming out. We're going to see if they're coming out again. I kept getting the Magician and the Devil. Right off the bat, I kept getting the Magician and the Devil. I kept getting the Knight of Wands. I kept getting the Five of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Wands. These cards kept coming out. So let's see. What is the important message for the collective? Five of Cups, the Tower, Five of Swords, Page of Cups. You're not this damsel in distress like somebody thought you were. You're not naive. Like some of you, it may have like a very innocent appearance to you, or there's more to you than meets the eye. And I feel like you have attracted in this very narcissistic energy. And I feel like how you attracted this person, Page of Cups, you were nice to somebody that you shouldn't have been nice to. Point blank, period. Now, this may be hard for some people to understand, but not everybody has the same heart as you. Some people have very dark entities attached to them, okay? But at the end of the day, this was a very important lesson for you to learn, because I feel like there is a deep wound within you, a childhood wound that is now being brought up to the surface that you can reflect upon as to why you yourself are so attracted to the narcissistic personalities, right? There's something inside of you that never fixed your parents. You couldn't get your parents to see you. You couldn't get them to be fixed. There's something going on inside of you internally where you feel like if you could just fix these people, it would heal a part of you that couldn't fix your parents or whatever type of situation you grew up in, right? I feel like you are somebody that just you've been constantly targeted. I'm sorry for the negative message, but there is a positive reasoning behind this message, and it has to do with your healing. It has to do with your breakthrough. It has to do with people take advantage of your kind nature, your ability to see the good. And unfortunately, you got somebody here that is extremely jealous. And I'm getting multiple people that may come into your life that have tried to squash your spirit because they were intimidated by your potential. People behave this way because they have a dark spirit attached to them. It's not really their higher self doing this. Now, I'm getting the reason behind this is people see you as a source of supply. People see you as somebody that can feed their desire for power. There's something about you that is very attractive in regards to somebody being able to have control and power over you. It would make them feel powerful. But you have done something very unpredictable, causing whatever this narcissistic spirit is to lose its taste, right? You can't be defeated. You can't be taken down. You've done something to definitely, you showed up for yourself in some sort of way. I'm getting real arguments and fights about you that other people are having, about who you are. Some of you may have played dumb, or you have this trauma response to where you shrink yourself around people, and I don't think they understand what you're doing. They really think you're naive, but I feel like it is a form of self-protection that you have acquired over a lifetime of dealing with these types of personalities. I don't think you're intentionally trying to play dumb. I don't think you're intentionally trying to play the role of the fool or naive. It's an automatic response that when you sense these types of personalities, it's an automatic response. You shrink yourself. And so therefore you give these people, they think they have power in a situation, but then you automatically then you do something and it's just like they realize that you're not what they thought you were, and they'll say all kinds of things in order to defend the perception they thought they had of you. Okay. We have the World. Page of Wands, King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. People don't expect to see. You're just constantly doing the unexpected. I feel like it really triggers people who have bad intention for you. It's not going to trigger, or it triggers they can't control you. There's something here about you not being able to be controlled. But their first perception is you're going to feed their ego. Their first perception of you is they can take, but then they realize they can't. It's very interesting energy that I'm picking up on. You're very versatile. You have a lot of duality to you. And there are some people who can't understand how you're grounded and rooted within peace, but you'll let them know when you have to. So there's somebody here that has lost their taste for bullying you or trying to throw negative energy towards you. They've lost their taste. You're too high vibrational. They didn't think you were. Somebody mistaked your kindness for weakness. Somebody mistaked your kindness for naivety. Somebody mistaked your happy-go-lucky charm as something to be siphoned, and it can't be. We have the Hermit here. The World again. I'm getting a lot of people. You are a mirror to a lot of people here. And so you're walking around here thinking that you're disliked. But the reality is you're causing people to internally implode because their own perceptions are being challenged. You are challenging belief systems. You're challenging status quo. You're challenging societal norms. You're challenging their own ability to you're just challenging people in a major way, and you cause them to reflect and soul search. Some people fight it more than others. Some people will accept it. Some people will accept it and they'll do what they need to do to heal. But others, they're going to fight it. They'll defend their own perceptions, their beliefs till their last breath. It's the ego that controls them. And when they realize they can't steal your light or even get you to dim your light, they have a very negative reaction to it. Almost as if they're going through these various stages of grief about being wrong about you. And some of these people, it incites so much rage within them to, well, they'll try even harder to take you down, but they can't. people don't see what you've been through and how wise and mentally, emotionally strong you are, because you don't show up that way. You don't show up that way. You show up as the sun. You show up as the Six of Cups, the Knight of Cups, a very joyous, helpful individual. You show up bright, like you're there for everyone. And there are some people that see that as a negative. They see that as a weakness. Or some people will see it as you're being manipulative. Some people will see it as you're being strategic. Some people will see it as you're being naive. You know, there's various different perceptions of it, but one thing stands to be true is you blow up their perceptions and then they freak out because you'll do something that catches them off guard that they didn't see coming. And it's almost like they get into a state of grief over being wrong about you, especially the people who have negative intentions for you, especially them. We have judgment here. There's something here about you believing in yourself. People did not see that coming. Somebody in particular did not see that coming. Yeah, you have this very low vibrational person that is fixated on you, and they have a dark entity attached to them. It's like the spirit of envy and jealousy. They have the spirit of envy attached to them. And this is even somebody that I feel they're a very confused individual. They're a very confused person. And they wanted you to stay in a state of confusion. They wanted you to fight with yourself here. But you've done the complete opposite. You don't look like you're someone that's fighting with yourself at all. But they're really the ones at war with themselves. So they were hoping that this would be you, but it's really them. Knight of Pentacles. You're really diligent, hardworking. You're also very cautious. You pay very close attention to every single detail. It's like you have this ability to scan things. And I'm just getting like your ability to take in information and dissect that information. It's not average. We have the moon. You can see beyond people's masks. I think that's what they're most frustrated about, because they know that you see through them now. There are some people that they're mad because they thought that you were playing dumb. They're mad that they thought that you were acting as if you were naive or dumb or innocent, because now they see that you can see through them. But I feel the Empress, Queen of Swords. You're just getting stronger. You're expanding. You're evolving. There's something here about you just keep taking in information and you're filtering it out, and it's allowing you to become taller. It's allowing you to become more compassionate. You've seen so much here. That's why you are so wise. You have such a... You can really see everything. You see all sides of things. But people don't understand how you can see through them and still be loving and kind. So they either think you're being manipulative or you're just naive. And you're blowing up perceptions here. And there's things you're saying and the way you're carrying yourself, the way you're evolving, the way you're starting to show up more and more as yourself out loud. The less you're holding yourself back, the more you're believing in yourself. It's creating a lot of frustration within people who thought that their perception of you was accurate. This is a little strange, but we have the Six of Wands here, the Ace of Cups. People didn't want you to see your potential. They still don't want you to see your potential. I'm getting like you're just getting started potentially, or it's like people see you as a blank canvas. People see you as that you have a lot of great things coming for you. And they haven't healed. So unfortunately, you're a mirror. And people tend to attack the mirror, not realizing it's a mirror. But you are transforming your way of thinking. And now, I'm not saying by any means that you've been perfect your whole life. But what I am seeing is that you are coming into this understanding of self-belief. And you're breaking through your own illusions. You're seeing things from a higher perspective. I feel like you kind of always were able to, but there's just this energy where you can really, really see from a higher perspective, higher than ever before. You're coming into some sort of new knowledge about yourself and about the world and about how other people behave. And you're destined for greatness. You're about to enter some sort of winning season, and there are people around you that they're seething. Even if these people, some of them actually are experiencing their own wins and their own success, but there's something about you believing in yourself that really agitates these people. Because they lack in their own self-belief in certain areas. It's an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's not real. It's limitations of the mind. And instead of going within and figuring this out, they attack the mirror. We have the Wheel of Fortune. You are about to, we have the High Priestess. You're about to come into some serious sacred knowledge. I mean, downloads coming in, universal downloads, universal support. And it's because you're doing the work, you're raising your vibration. You're becoming a positive influence. And it's going to disrupt the negativity. It's going to disrupt the natural order, whatever that may be. Whatever this negative cycle was, you're disrupting it. You're changing perceptions. You're living authentically. And, you know, if you are someone who's truly authentic, you're not going to be well liked by everybody. Authenticity only guarantees the right people, not all people. Authenticity in a world where everyone is wearing masks, it's not, you're a mirror, okay? And people do not like looking at themselves. People do not like caring about themselves or looking at, they don't like it. It's just, it's the right path, but it's not the easiest path, okay? Especially when you're living in a world that's constantly trying to tell you who you should be. But you are busting belief systems. And this Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, you are unveiling a lot of things that have been hidden, and you're doing it in such an artistic way. You're doing it in such a creative way. Like you're unveiling secrets. You're exposing things in a very creative manner, and I feel it is, nobody saw that coming. and it's going to disrupt the natural order of things. But I feel like that's exactly what you're meant to do. Blessings will come your way, the blessings that are meant for you. Let's pull a surrender card. A lot's being revealed to you, too. I feel you're very in tune with the universe. You're very in tune with your higher self. You're receiving messages, downloads. I mean, this is definitely a message for somebody that you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Look at this. It says surrender the drama. Surrender the drama. It says no matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Do not allow people to take you out of your positive energy. Easier said than done. Don't contribute to the drama. If you start to realize that somebody is affecting your energy in a negative way, you must take yourself away from that. You must remove yourself from the situation, okay? It says surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. So that is what I have for you. I hope that this gave you clarity, and I will see y'all in the next one.